Hello and welcome. It feels like we're all trying to figure out how to take better control of our health, especially when the quality of our food seems to be changing so much. Today, we're going to explore some really powerful ideas from Helene Matthews on how whole food nutrition can be the bridge to feeling our absolute best. So, let's dive in.
So, let's start with a big question, one that I think is on a lot of our minds. With everything going on, our crazy schedules, the convenience foods everywhere, is what we're eating day to day really giving our bodies what they need to thrive? It's a serious thing to consider, right?
And that really brings us to our first topic, the modern nutrition gap. This is all about that growing disconnect between what our bodies are designed to run on and what we're actually fueling them with.
Okay, this slide just breaks it down so perfectly. On one hand, you've got living food. Think of a crisp whole apple, just packed with life and nutrients. On the other hand, you have ultra-processed food, like an apple pie. I mean, it started as an apple, but so much of the good stuff has been processed out and replaced with other additives. That single shift really is the heart of this whole nutrition gap. And that leads us to this incredibly powerful quote from Dr. Rachel Smart. "Every bite you eat is either feeding disease or fighting it." Wow, just let that sink in for a second. It's such a clear reminder that our food choices are never neutral. They're actively tipping the scales one way or the other, right down to the cellular level.
So, what's actually happening inside our cells? Well, a key part of the story is something called oxidative stress. The easiest way to think about it is this. When you slice an apple and it turns brown? That's oxidation. A very similar process can happen inside our bodies, causing damage to our cells. And what's the natural defense against that? Antioxidants, which we get from our food.
All right, so we've kind of laid out the problem, but let's not get discouraged because there is absolutely a solution. Let's talk about how we can start fighting back using the incredible power of plants. You hear it all the time from health experts. We should be aiming for a huge variety of plants in our diet. The recommendation is often 30 or more different types every single week. But let's be honest, that can be a real challenge. One simple way to help bridge that gap is with something like Juice Plus Plus, which concentrates the nutrition from over 30 different fruits, vegetables, and berries.
And just look at the kind of variety we're talking about here. It's not just apples and oranges. You've got everything from powerful leafy greens like kale and spinach to antioxidant-rich foods like pomegranate and bilberries. It's this incredible diversity that gives your body that wide spectrum of nutrients it's craving. It's basically the whole eat the rainbow idea made incredibly simple.
So how do they do it? The process is actually beautifully simple. It all starts with produce that's picked when it's perfectly vine-ripened, right at its nutritional peak. Then it's all washed and juiced. And this is so important, they include the skins and peels, where so many of the nutrients are hiding. They gently remove the water and sugar, which concentrates all that whole food goodness into powders, and then pop them into plant-based capsules. That's it.
Okay, so the concept sounds great, right? But in a world full of wellness claims, the proof is everything. So what does the actual science say? Let's take a look at the research.
And this is where it gets really impressive. This isn't just a good idea or a wellness trend. It's backed by some serious science. We're talking about over 40, not blog posts, but actual peer-reviewed scientific publications from clinical studies done at respected universities all over the world. So, what did all that research find? Well, the results are pretty amazing. The studies show it helps support your immune system, your cardiovascular health, even your skin and dental health. And remember that oxidative stress we talked about? It's been clinically proven to help protect your cells from exactly that.
And it's really important to know how this research was done. These aren't just any studies. They're the gold standard. That means they are randomized, double-blind, and placebo-controlled. That's just a scientific way of saying they're designed to be as unbiased and as rigorous as possible, so you can really trust the results.
Okay, so the clinical research is solid, but there's another really important layer of proof we need to talk about, and that's independent third-party certifications. These are all about guaranteeing quality and safety. First up is NSF Contents Certified. Now, this one is a big deal. It's your guarantee that what the label says is in the product is actually in the product. Even more, it verifies that it's free from nasty stuff like unsafe levels of pesticides or heavy metals. It's a huge stamp of approval for peace of mind.
And they take it even one step further with NSF Certified for Sport. This seal means the product has been tested for more than 290 substances that are banned by major sports leagues. When you think about how careful elite athletes have to be, this certification just screams quality and purity. It's trusted at the highest levels.
And finally, for anyone who is really focused on clean, natural ingredients, this one is huge. It's non-GMO project verified. This means it's been independently confirmed to meet the toughest standards for avoiding genetically modified organisms. It's just one more layer of trust.
So, we've walked through the challenge, the solution, the process, and all the proof. Now, let's bring it all together and talk about how this can fit into your personal path to wellness.
You know, making a change is so much easier when you're not doing it alone. And that's really the beauty of this. It's more than just a product. It's a whole community. There are programs like the Wellness Reset that offer support and guidance so you feel encouraged every step of the way. So we've covered a lot. We've talked about the nutritional gap, a really simple and powerful way to help bridge it, and all the science and certifications that back it up. If what you've heard today resonates with you, maybe it's time to start your own journey.
The best place to learn more or even get started is by visiting Helene Matthews' Juice Plus site. The link is right there for you.
And hey, if you're just looking for more great resources on living a healthy lifestyle, everything from fitness tips to wellness and beauty info, a fantastic site to check out is naturesmart.us.
And finally, if you're the kind of person who has specific questions and wants to talk to a real person, you can reach out directly to Helene Matthews. Her number is right there on the screen. It's a great way to get personalized answers to help you on your way. Thank you so much for tuning in.